While the bathtub is filling up with water, I just wanted to talk about how amazing Back to the Future was. It's the best show I've seen so far here in the West End. Hello everyone, welcome to our bathroom. This is the bathroom for the meantime. I'm sorry if it's gonna be a bit echoey, but well, basically I wanted to talk about, so I wanted to do my Back to the Future review here while our bathtub fills up. So, you don't have to be a fan of the movie franchise to be able to enjoy this musical. In the West End, it is currently housed at the Adelphi Theatre. The moment you step into the Adelphi, it is an experience of being transported into the world of the musical. This is unlike any other show in the West End because it uses so many methods and art forms to immerse you in the experience. I gave this show a standing ovation, not just because of the performances of the actors, but because of the creative team behind it. The show starts on a high note, and if you think that they've already reached the limits of what they can do, they keep on raising the bar even higher, and once you see the ending, it will blow your mind. The whole musical, especially the ending, is just a perfect exhibit of how magical the theater can be. I honestly think it's one of the best shows I've seen here in the UK. The level of effort and the theatrics that go into that stage every single day is insane.
Great Scott!
Basically, you're just like wondering, how do they do this every single night? Like how? How is this possible? The amount of theatrics that goes into the stage, the timing of the choreo, the set changes, the costume design. We're not even factoring in yet the level of the performances that the actors have given. Even pinpoint anything wrong with the show at the moment because the whole time my jaw was just on the floor. And flies were entering my mouth probably. I have flies in my mouth now. Maybe that's why I got food poisoning. Blech. Playing during my show. I'll put them here so you guys can see them. But honestly, the girl who played Jennifer was just breathtaking. I'm sure she has a bright career ahead of her. She had limited parts in the whole show, but I think the moment she opened her mouth, it was just like you were forced to listen to her. You had to listen to her. I think another good one obviously was Doc because he was just so good. It feels like he was born for the role. A lot of the jokes on the script were so cheesy, but his delivery made them fly. The person who played Marty as well, he had this really good copycat accent to the movie of Marty, so I think that's huge points as well. The guy who plays Marty's dad, George McFly, also really good. This was peak top character performance acting. Lorraine, the mom of Marty, was just like breathtaking. We were lucky enough to see a majority of the main cast on stage. Every actor brings their best to the table and their chemistry is just amazing. Also, it did look like the cast was having such a good time on stage, which always translates to a livelier show. They couldn't have cast this any better. Best casting ever. If you ever are in London and you don't know what show to watch, and it's your first time in the West End, you don't know what to watch, you're intimidated by musicals, Back to the Future, the musical, is the show for you. This is the show that you have to watch. This is easily, I don't know why people give it 4 stars or something. I would give it 5 stars, even if we had to stop the show midway through the second act. So this never happens and it's lights out, but that's okay. So they would never do this unless like it's like something the stage manager or basically the directors couldn't stop. So this is fine, this happens. I wouldn't say all the time, but this does happen. But this is the first time I've experienced it. And stage managers never would do this, unless something has terribly gone wrong. And they've done it and it didn't affect the experience at all, I believe. We were in a showstop for like 5 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. I think it was because the panels wouldn't close up or they wouldn't open. But overall, it was still such a good experience. I just wanted to spew out like the initial thoughts I had about the show because like you need a day to recover and just ask for a day so you can recover from how good this show is. This is the 4th show I've seen here. I've seen Wicked, I've seen Mamma Mia, Mousetrap, Back to the Future. I'm probably not going to be the most reliable person to ask about which show is the best in the West End, but I can tell you quite easily right now, Back to the Future is 100% 5 stars for me.
Great Scott!
My partner and I watched this together, and my partner does not know anything about musical, but he loved every single second of it. The show is just also an engineering feat, and my partner loves all of those tech stuff.
We were sitting at the stalls, there were kids behind us, there were kids to the other side as well. I would say if you want to avoid the usual rowdiness of kids, not saying that all kids are rowdy, but if you want to avoid, a bit of the rowdiness that inevitably comes with kids, book probably the 7:30 show because there were kids kicking on my seat. There was a kid behind me saying, we could just watch the movie, let's go home. But yeah, just the best show. Best show I've seen in the West End. If you live in the UK and you haven't seen this yet, like, excuse me, what are you doing with your time? Like, go watch the show, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna get this packed ready. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're hungry. I'm gonna get some Jollibee. You guys wanna come? I'll get some Jollibee. Let's go.
Great Scott!